Okay, so I've been having troubles recording this game via Fraps. Um, Something apparently is common with old games, especially the ones that operate via DOSBox. Now, one of the first things I'm going to do, just so I'm not distracted, is minimize the Hangouts thing. I'm experimenting with this with streaming on the Hangouts. I'm going to put that up. And what this is likely going to do is for one thing, it's going to end up with more sporadic release schedule on these, and they will probably be longer. On your way to the town of Tilverton, you are ambushed, captured, and knocked unconscious. Oh, this is a demo. Symbols ensnare your will like metal bonds, and when the commands glow, you must do as they command. Your only hope is to search the Forgotten Realms for members of the Alliance who created the bonds and gain control of your destiny. Nowhere in the realms is completely safe. Even the most peaceful scene can hide a deadly foe. Okay, I think that's it. So, like I said, this is going to probably reproduce and oh, let's see. It's going into the demo. I wonder if there's any way to end the demo. W, enter, E, escape. Well, that was a quick kill for the... Cynthia is a mage using sword and shield. Maybe she's an elf. Okay, so there's the demo. While the risk of adventure is great, the rewards are greater. Fame and fortune come to those who brave the wilds. That's been a while since I saw, but the ultimate prize is not gold or power, it is control of your own destiny, and to win control you must defeat the ultimate enemy. Your enemies are prepared, the Forgotten Realms await. Go forward and defeat the new alliance to be free of the curse of the Azure Bonds. And let's see if it turns us back to, yep, there we go. Space is going to go through this. I'm going to minimize the Hangout so it's not distracting me. And here we go. I'm going to hit play. Now, this is a GOG Good Old Games version. As a note, this is playing in a very tiny windowed mode because that's what happens. And the copyright protection is basically it's bypassed. While I'm sitting here, though, I might as well go and check something. Oh, good. I have the Curse of the Adventure, Azure Bonds Adventure Journal, and the Code Wheel here. I might screen share those for you if it comes up. Okay, I might just read it because switching screen share would mean showing my ugly face. Okay, which I guess isn't terrible, but I don't usually do it on Let's Plays. It also is prone to giving you spoilers because there's other things you can read. Okay. Anyway, so this is bypassed, so I don't have to actually look this up. I just have to do this. Now we're going to end up creating characters, but you can add characters to the party that are already there. We have Ongwail, Fenord, Jarek, Parthen, Myra, Nisa. I am going to add them all just so I can write down their stats because we're not actually using this version of them, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. Home is to go up, end is to go down. It's not the arrow keys here in the menus, it's up and down. Now, this is first edition D&D, which means level limits for non-humans are punishing. We are going to make our non-human characters into humans mechanically. I'm still going to be treating them like dwarf and stuff like that, with the exception of Fenord, who is a thief and has no level limit because of that. And we are going to use dual class to represent the multi-class, the couple of multi-class things we have. Now, this is going to leave us with only one mage to start, and it's also going to leave us with 2 thieves to start because I'm gonna make Myra be dual class into fighter. Now this is going to sound a little bit odd because it's like, well, don't the dwarves and the elves and all that have significant characteristics to make them different from humans? No, they don't. Which is another reason why level limits was ridiculous. The only thing that made them different was the ability to multi-class, but humans can dual class, so it's not as flexible, but some ways it's more flexible. So first of all, we're going to view Anguel, and I'm going to write down her stats. Wow, she has some serious um, strength there. I did not think the human females were able to get that high strength in first edition. She has some impressive stats. Did I roll these? I can't remember. Exit. Okay. That's Ongwale. And now we're going to look at Fnord, who has started my tradition of naming halfling thieves Fnord. 14. Oh, Fnord we can just keep, because Fnord's a halfling rogue. She can just stay. I don't have to look at you. You are good. Notice they all have 300 platinum. Jarek is human. Actually, Ongwale is human too. I think I'll keep her that, but I think I might be training her to fighter. So Ongwale can stay. Nord can stay. Jarek can stay. Arthen is an elf, though, so he is going to have to be refit as a fighter statistically, as a human statistically, and change later. Now the question is, do I want him to start a mage or do I want him to start as something else? I'm thinking I'm going to start him as his intelligence is quite high. I might just start him as ranger and move. Actually, you know what? I probably will start him as mage and move him to ranger after. Okay. So that's Carthen. And I might, in that case, move the strength down, the 18 down to dexterity, but nah, I think I'll keep it where it is. Okay, and Myra is going to be a fighter is going to be a rogue moving into fighter. Okay. Okay. You know what, actually, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, and Nisa is going to be a mage. Why are you only intelligence 17? Interesting. Why is your strength 17? I might change that. Okay. Strength 17, intelligence 17. Notice the weird order that the Gold Box games did. This is the way character sheets were done way back in the day in the early 80s and the 70s. Dex is not great. Should have made the Dex the 18 instead of the strength. Okay, con is 14, or maybe the con. Charisma is 14. Okay, here we go. So we have 3 characters we need to remake. And the reason is, I want to keep this party through all the other Gold Box games, and if I want to do that, you functionally can't have anything but you can't have non-humans in the later games and expect to do well because of the level limit issues. So we are going to go ahead and remove characters now. Myra, there we go, there we go. And now we're going to create characters. We're going to make them all human. And I should have looked at their icon, but I didn't. This is male. This is going to be Carthen. This is going to be our elf. I could start him as a magic user. Or I could start him as a paladin. Or something else. I think I will start him as a ranger. And I will have him as neutral good. No, because we're going to modify stats. Okay. Carthen. Okay, so parts, head. I can't remember what head I gave him originally, so we're going to go through them real quick. Notice all the parts you have access to are the same regardless of what you are. I could even change the size if I wanted to. We're going to give you a longbow right now. I mean, as starting as a you're starting as a ranger. You're going to go to mage later. So yeah, okay. Keep that. Exit. I could change the size if I wanted to. I can make them small. I can make them large. I'm going to keep first color, body, and keep and hair. I forget what your hair used to be, Carthen. I'm sorry, but you'll have, I guess, dyed it between. If I get it wrong, you probably have looked at my old Pool of Radiance stuff. There, no, it wasn't that. I think it was the bright blue. I'll do it that. Okay, no shield, arm to a bright darker green there. There we go. Previous. Keep leg. Same thing because we're going to go for the ranger stuff. There will be a time we're going to turn you to mage as quickly as possible. There will be a time where um, you can't use your ranger stuff until you outlevel until your mage gets higher. That's why we're going to make you into range. The other thing is a multi-class elf mage thief can wear a mage fighter can wear plate mail and still cast spells. Dual class human ranger mage cannot wear armor and cast spells. Just not a possibility. So that will be a thing. Well, that's the weapon. I'm changing the color of the arrows. I want the body, not the weapon. And I want some. There we go. And the arm. There we go. The same shade of green and the leg. Okay, you probably look very different from what you did in Pool of Radiance, and I might go back and look to see what the Pool of Radiance look was and change it appropriately later. But for now, we're getting into this. Yes. Yes. Overwrite Carthen? Yes, I'm sorry. Now we're going to add Carthen from curse and exit. And now we're going to modify Carthen. There we go. And home is up, end is down. 18, 13. I can't go below 14 because Ranger. Okay, probably should have made you just fighter. Oh well. 15. Okay. Constitution. Can't go below 14, so I can't go to the 12. Oh, there we go. Exit. Okay. Okay, and now creating another character. This is not going to be a dwarf, though they're going to look it. Human, female, and we're going to start you as a thief and move you into something else later. It's probably going to be ranger. We'll have a dwarven ranger. Ooh, neutral good. Can't be chaotic good? That's weird. Gonna have to be a good because I want you to move into ranger later instead of fighter. No. We're going to modify him later. So, Myra. Okay. Size, small. Keep. Parts. Head. Where is... I think that's yours. Keep. Weapon. We're not punching things. If I remember on Pool of Radiance, I went through and modified their stuff anyway. So I'll do a base one. Actually, we could just start you with punching because we're going to start without anything. Okay, exit. First color, body. Oh, we did black on the last guy. Let's do a red. There we go. There we go. Yep. Keep arm. There we go. Leg. There we go. Second color, body. Keep arm. Just going until I see something that looks nice. Ugh. Okay, there we go. I mean, that was matching color, but it was. Oh joy! Look at that. You match with the background. Okay. There we go. Let's do arm again because okay, that works much better. Okay. Exit. Exit. Yes. 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 Sorry, Martha. Myra. Add character to party. Exit. And now we're going to modify the character. That should be 17. That should be 15. It's going to have to be 14 because I want to go Ranger. 17. Yeah, I'm cheating a little bit. Constitution is 14. Sadly, that was a more dwarfy constitution there for a little bit. Keep. Okay. You. Oh, I did not keep, so your changes did not stick. There we go. There we go. This is going to go down to 14. This is going to go down to 15. This is going to go to 14 because minimum. And keep. Okay. Last character, we're going to create Nisa. If I remember my story correct, Nisa and Carthen are half brother, half sister. This is going to be our half elf. Hungwhale is either Jarek or Hungwhale is related to Nisa. I forget which. Or maybe neither. Maybe I have to watch my Pool of Radiance thing again to figure out which. Okay. Okay. So I know, no, Jarek had a thing for Nisa, I think. It wasn't related. Okay. Create a new character. Human. Female. Magic user. She's just going to be a flat, straight magic user. Oh, we're going to modify them anyway. Nisa. And parts. Weapon. Previous. There we go. Keep. Head. I forget what color your hair was. I'm gonna have temporarily dyed it if I got it wrong. First color, body. I tended to change around icons anyway, so I'm gonna make you a little bit colorful. Arm. Oh, that's cool. Looks a little bit silver. Leg. There we go. I like the black. And then second color, body. I have not changed any facial colors, have I? I maybe should do that. I think I had some alternate colorations before. Again, I'll have to check. This is pretty much short term to just get into the game. Okay, let's go to yellow, just so we don't have all of our um, arms invisible at any given time. I'll go with temporarily invisible arms some points, but there we go. Okay, exit. Yes, yes, yes. Add a character. Curse. Nisa. There we go. View. We don't get portraits, you notice, on this. Anyway, we're going to begin adventuring now. I did not start my timer. That's fine. About 30 minutes to go. So I'm going to set the timer here. We'll do about 30 minutes. And again, doing it this way, it's going to be more sporadic because I don't always have time in the evening to do stuff. So it's not going to be a regular release schedule like my recorded Let's Plays. And there might be long months where I don't, not months, but long weeks where I don't do any of this. But we'll see. I might try to warn people if on Twitter, say, hey, I'm going to stream this. But we'll see. Okay. Oh, yet begin. There we go. If I go to this, checking something out here quick. So I can, there might be a, oh, yeah. There we go. Turn off that. Okay, yeah, so now I have the chat open. Okay, that's still going. And, okay. Now if I want to, I can go check out the chat. Not that there's anybody in there, but me. Okay. You awaken in a small room. Looking around, you notice that all your gear is gone, as is your memory of recent events. Adding to your disquiet, you notice that your sword arm has been somehow imprinted with strange patterns. The rest of your party are identically marked. This, I've read the book that's connected to this. Welcome to the fair city of Tilverton, beams the innkeeper. Then she notices your collective scowls. Please calm down while I explain. You listen and you record it in the journal entry 31. Perhaps the sage will help. You can get weapons from the shop across the way. So, journal entry 31, and this is one of the reasons I'm not going to show you the journal entry. I'm just going to read it. You were brought in by a group in red robes. They said they found you on the road near death. They paid for your rooms in advance, so you can stay as long as you'd like. You had those tattoos when you came in, but I've never seen anything like them. Falani the sage said could help you, though. You should go see her 2 blocks north. Okay. And sign overhead, Windlord's Inn. Okay, in camp, we're going to do some things real quick. Alter, order, select there, place, select there. Okay. As I remember, I might be wrong, but as I remember, the person in the middle gets placed in the middle, and so they're not as they're likely to be flanked on the corners. So Nisa should go in the middle as well. I might be wrong on that. I might have to fix this later. Okay. There are picks. It's on, animation on. Okay. Exit. Okay, we're going to save a no, we're not quitting. Let's fix. Nothing. Okay, so magic. Memorize. We do not have the list of spells we got by the end of Pool of Radiance because we remade the character. So this is a gold box game. Detect magic would be useful. Sleep is still going to be very useful, so I'm going to get 2 of those. Magic missile is less useful than you'd think. Enlarge might be useful. Read magic might be useful. I am going to grab the read magic. I'm going to have knock just because we don't have any other mages right now, and it is incredibly useful. I'm getting stinking, as we found out in Pool of Radiance, and stinking cloud because it is really useful, and fireball, which would not be my normal exit. No. So yeah, okay, cool. Thank you for that game. 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these. Hit next. Memorize, not enter. Exit, exit, yes. Okay, can't memorize any spells, can't memorize any spells, can't memorize any spells. Here we go. Okay, cure, cure, cure. Less, I think curse. Find traps, not particularly necessary. Hold person, spiritual hammer would be nice, but it's not so particularly useful in this version of the rule of the game. It creates a magical hammer, But then again, we might not be getting a magical weapon for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Do I want to get another hold person? I did get silence because of reasons, but I'm going to get another hold person. Okay. Do we have next? There we go. Prayer is a thing we want. Don't want cause disease. Probably want to dispel magic. Cure blindness, cure disease, remove curse. I'll get another remove curse. Okay, a lot of the cleric stuff in gold box games is stuff you're going to be doing in camping. We'll have more spells later. Okay. Now, some of the thing is that with the there's a lot of rooms here. On the bed in this room is a disheveled man tossing and throws some great nightmare. He screams, "Flaming giant, blood red mage, the glinting knife, plants that walk." Hey! His voice drops to an incoherent mumbling. The innkeeper rushes up. "Please leave this man alone. He was found in this state just before you arrived. He was lying near the sewer outfall. Poor man." You leave. That's disturbing. Nothing in here. Oh, that's right. We can search. That's how it works. So now it takes us 10 minutes to make a step. And we're sitting here going around, inching around all the halls while the innkeeper looks on at us. Um, why are you doing that? It's like, we're looking for traps and secret doors, but this is my inn. You never know where there might be traps and secret doors. We're going to turn that off right now. And the street grows narrow and dim here with trash piled in the corners. She said there was a weapon shop across the way. We're not going to be bashing or picking just yet. You see a sign overhead, the curse. What's your pleasure? Leave. That's a bar. If you're in Pool of Radiance, bars are not what we want to see. Weaponers of Cormier. Thank you. This is where we want to be. We have a selection of the finest Cormier steel. Interested? Yes. Bye. Okay. So this is where we do this. Okay. I believe Ongwale used javelins. Preferred to use javelins. And two-handed sword, I think, is what she was using by the end. I'll see. I'll buy a two-handed sword right now. I'm going to need... Do we have enough for plate mail? Yes, we do. Okay. And just in case, I am going to get a shield. And a longsword, just for those cases where... Oh, there's broadswords too. Okay. Exit. You. Used hardly any. There we go. Ready, and these we don't need ready. Can't use that ready that well using the, okay. So now our AC is 1, and we're using a two-handed sword. Okay, so Jarek, bye. You are a cleric, so I have to be careful what I give you. I could give you a hammer. I am definitely giving you a shield. I don't think you can use a sling, sadly enough. I think I'm going to give you plate mail. Let's see, can't use swords. Does cleric in the first edition. I think you can use a morning star, but it looks like it's not as good. I am going to pick up the mace. I prefer the morning star, actually. I don't think there's anything you can use. You can't even use crossbows as a cleric in first edition. So there is that. And you are not doing much damage, but there you have it. Okay. Myra, you're a thief, which means right now, which means you're going to be rather limited. I think we're going to move around and see if we can find a place where they can uh, dual class you yet, and then we're going to get you some fighter stuff if we can. Okay. You are a thief, and you're going to stay a thief. I'm going to give you a short sword. I'm going to give you some studded leather armor. I'm going to give you we're using a sling or a short bow. I'm going to give you a short bow just because it's likely to be easier to get overloaded. No, she's not. It's just limited space. Ready, ready. Wrong class for studded leather. Oh, I forgot you did that. Okay, so just leather. That's annoying. Okay, view items. Ready. Okay, cool. Oh, decent AC. You are a mage. As I remember, you had a decent time with darts. Where's the quarterstaff? View items. Join. And I'm going to do buy and buy more darts until it says overloaded. It's now overloaded. View items. Join. And ready that and that. So I'm going to ready that. Okay. Thrythlind. Still a ranger. Might hold off on you because if we can find the dual class place, we're going to be dual classing you as well. You and Myra. So may you always strike true. You move away. So, okay, cool. Let me check something here. If there is a map in the Adventurer's Guide for the beginning town of Tilverton, because there was a map for the beginning town that you started with in Pool of Radiance. Okay. Oh, Journal 1. I am beginning a new journal. My old journal is gone, along with all the party's equipment. I write here to try to make some sense out of our spotty memories. We had all agreed to come south to Tilverton to seek the lost princess Nacia of Cormyr. Tilverton is on the border between Dale Ends and Cormyr, and was the last place the princess had been spotted. Rumor was that King Gazoon's youngest daughter, the Princess Nacia, ran away from the royal household of Cormyr almost a year ago. She fled an arranged marriage and ran off with a cleric from Tilverton named Gari of Gond. Oh, she's with a Gond, cleric of Gond? Wow, that could be strange. The latest word was that Nicia and Gari had a falling out and that she was seen near Tilverton recently. The king had a large reward out for Nicia's return. A smart group of adventurers like ourselves could make some powerful friends if they found the princess and returned her to the king. Somewhere along the road to Tilverton, we were attacked. The brigands must have been invisible because some of our party went down before we knew what was going on. I vaguely remember dark faces in evil-looking helmets firing crossbows into our midst. Crossbow hits were not fatal, but every hit seemed to drop its target. I remember getting hit in the arm. The wound blazed like fire. My head swam. Just before I blacked out, I thought that this was a bad end for such experienced adventurers. Now we awake in Tilverton with our wounds healed, our equipment is gone, but we found a stash of coins. One of our first priorities must be to buy new equipment. I overheard a servant mention the date, but I'm not sure I believe it. If the servant speaks true, it is almost a month since the ambush. Almost anything could have happened at that time. It seems that almost anything did. Each of us awoke with 5 azure blue symbols imprinted on our sword arm. The symbols are not tattoos. They seem to exist below the skin. They occasionally feel like they're moving. We have devised a plan of attack. Our spellcasters will prepare their spells. We will purchase some new arms and armor. Then we are going out in Tilverton and find out what is going on. Someone must know, and I don't care if we have to roust every sage, priest, and bartender in this town to find out. These are some random printed notes I have collected. Their information may be important on our journey. My journal notes continue on page 10. And the random printed notes is basically just a primer for anybody not used to the realms. Stuff like that, bestiaries and stuff like that. Okay. There's a note of flaw. Now, the implication of the Azure Bonds, for those who have read the novel, is kind of disturbing. Um, but we'll not get into that. We're looking for a training place. You encounter a group of royal guards. They tell you that this way is closed because the royal carriage is coming soon, and they send you back. You move away. You cannot leave yet. Where is the training place? This is the end. That's not a training place. The Sage Filani. The Hall of Training. That's what we're looking for. Do you want to train? Yes. And now we can dual class our elves, our elf and our dwarf. First, Myra, human class change. Oh, you can only change the fighter. Well, no ranger for you. Okay. Carthen, human class change. Doesn't qualify. Why don't you qualify? That's interesting. I'm going to look something up. Um, Curse of the Azure Bonds dual class requirements. Okay. Okay. Make sure alignment. Okay. Since you okay. Cleric, magic user. It doesn't say the requirements here. Dual classing. Alignment restrictions apply when dual classing. Since you have to gain a higher level in your new class, make sure it's actually possible to gain a higher level in your new class. Make sure the two classes work well together. Cleric. Okay, I am. We might end up only having the one. Doesn't qualify. You could turn to a cleric, but we don't really want to do that. What are you? You are a ranger. So you're going to get some spells later on, but you're not going to get mage spells. So we're going to only have the one mage, and that's Nisa. Okay. Okay. You are a fighter. Okay. Okay. Could I change your class? I could turn you to a fighter. Why can't you turn into a mage? You feel good ranger. What do you lack that means you can't turn to a as a note, these are all level 5 except for Nord, who is level 9. That would have been the benefit. And Jarek is 6 and Ungwell is 8. So we're kind of all over the place here. You're showing great progress. Return again when you are ready to exit the hall. I have this feeling that their thoughts. I swear, I heard a woman screaming in the sewers. I think their thoughts were that. Oh no, leave. Were that people would use the what do you call it? Are you the weaponeers? Woman in the green robes, eyes of a fanatic. You are here about this. I'm the Sage Filani. You are here about the sigils, correct? Yes. This is an interesting case. I'll do it for half your funds. How much do you have? Exit. Okay, so we're not going there yet. I'm certain it was a dragon that passed over last night. Gond, help us if there's another flight of the dragons. Gond. General store. Town was safer before the troops came. Now strange folk are about. Okay, that's actually the finest Gormier steel. Yes. Okay. Bye. Oh, not you. Bye. You're a fighter now, so let me give you a battle axe because dwarf. It's a little bit ish, but we'll go with it. And probably going to give you a crossbow just for reasons. Okay. Plate mail, sure. Shield, sure. Previous. Where's the crossbows? Crossbow, crossbow, crossbow. No crossbow. There's quarrels. Light crossbow. There's no heavy crossbow? That seems odd. I know you used a crossbow in the previous game. That seems really odd. Eh. Get you a thing. Oh. Next. I need to hit buy. And then do previous. And buy up all the quarrels. Not the most impressive weapon in first edition, but oh well. Okay, join. Okay, ready. Okay. Exit. Exit. And Carthen, you can't be a mage. So we're just going to buy you Ranger stuff. I think Ranger can do studded leather armor. And I shouldn't have sold that one I gave. Yay. Okay. Okay. You're probably going to be able to do a wield. So I'm going to give you two long swords. I'm going to give you a long sword and a short sword, actually, and see if that works. And the composite longbow and all the arrows. View items. Join. Ready. You can't use both. Wow. So, I'm going to buy you a shield. View items. But you're in the back rank, so we're going to make you a composite. We're going to make you an archer like you were before, which is mostly what you did in the previous game, to be honest. Okay. May you always strike true. You move away. Okay. So now, someone just said that Gary was seen just outside of town. All these rumors. Are you? This is the end. This is the tavern, which we don't want to deal with. We could go in there to build up. The knives are getting bolder. Something's going to blow. This is a new way to get rumors. You are here about the sigils, correct? It's an interesting case. I'll do it for half your funds. How much do you have? Tell the truth. She talks, and you record it in journal entry 38. 31 to 38. You bear the symbol of 5 different organizations. 3 I recognize, 1 I've never seen, and the last causes me some concern. Wouldn't that mean you recognize 4? The flame in the dagger is the symbol of the Fire Knives, a group of assassins who last operated out of Westgate. That group had been destroyed, so they must have a new base of operations. I fear I do not know where. The mouth and the palm is the symbol of the god Moander. The god was banished from the world, but he reappeared briefly as a pile of filth. It laid waste to a section of the city of Ulash before its defeat. The cult's color of choice is green. The ornate Z in the triangle is the symbol of the Zentarum, the Black Network. These are an evil alliance of priests, mages, and thieves operating out of Zintal Keep. Some say that they run Zintal Keep. We've encountered them before. The flaming symbol I've never seen, so I can give you no information. The last symbol with the crescent moon bears a disturbing similarity to a powerful sage in Shadowdale. For my own safety, I'll say no more about it. I really doubt Elminster has any part of this, but it's been a long time since I played. You move away. Okay. So, what's in here? Do you want to train? No. You're showing great progress. Return again when you are ready. Great progress? What? Good day to you, gentle persons. Do you wish to make a purchase? Sure. What do you have? Silver. We want this. We want this. We want this. We want everybody to have this. And maybe one of these. We want oil. It is important that we have oil. Oil is a very nice thing to have on hand. I think you might remember why oil might be a very nice thing to have on hand. I mean, yeah, it's not particularly the easiest thing to hit with, but it does a certain thing. 7 flasks of oil. We could buy you more flasks of oil if we wanted. We have a lot of flasks of oil. This should be fine. And we got mirrors. Mirrors are sometimes useful. Okay. Thank you. Return soon. You move away. Okay. There is a very ornate building here, which I'm going to... The Temple of Dawn. Acolyte greets you. If you want healing, pray at the altar. The High Priest's residence is in the south. He bows and walks away. South. I am the High Priest. You look troubled, my children. Do you wish to tell me your story? Yes. You listen sympathetically and cast a remove curse spell, and you record it in journal entry 19. Probably not going to work. As the cleric casts a spell, the bonds begin to glow brightly. I like they're already being called bonds. Arcs of blue flame shoot out from them and strike about the room. The characters begin to writhe in extreme pain. The cleric ceases the spell. These bonds fight my powers. Removing them is beyond me. I wish you better luck. Go with Gond. Okay. You move away. And if we were... Oops. We can get healing here. Raise the dead, remove curse, stone the flesh, heal. Okay. We can also have stuff appraised. We have about 2 more minutes before the hour I decided I was going to take is up. So I am going to go ahead and encamp. Save on A. Not yet. Save also on B. And I think that will be it. Now, if I click the yes here, you're going to see my ugly face. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast here. Maybe next time we'll find the sewers and actually get into some fights. Talk to you later.